Yeah, so today we will concentrate on advanced views. So those all are like we will see list view, grid view. So that's by using the arrays. So for that, I'll create a project first. So first we'll create a project, then we will discuss how to define arrays, what we have to do that, so that we will create this, right? So that we will see. Just a minute. Where is the Android Studio? So from till yesterday it is tracking. Why it is tracking? Just a minute. So like same like yesterday, I'll reopen the Android Studio so that it will quickly. So I'm creating the new project. So MTV's activity, with MTV's activity here, I'm selecting this as the list view. So list view. So for this list view, so there are something like list view. So there are similar views. One is grid view, spinner. This we call as the drop down. Next, autocomplete. So this is like where we can search, like by searching, like let us say I want to search Sandhya, SAN. So automatically the data will be filtered based on that. So after this, there is another option called recycler view. So this is an advanced view. So this 5 views similar with arrays. First we will concentrate one by one here, like one by one here. So for the first, we concentrate on a list view. So how the list view will work? So here for the list view, we will define with arrays. So in this, we will define the arrays. Like let us say I want to define array. So that is a var names. Our names would be the array name equal to. So here we will define like this array of. So here based on the content, automatically it will decide like it is a string array, it is integer array. So no need to define here format. Automatically it will take that. So that we can define here. So like let us like this, we will define this. So that we will see here now how we will write for this list view. So what are the possibilities? Means in a list view, there are like we can define multiple ways. Like first one, using array adapter, we are using this. So array adapter equal to array adapter of. So array adapter of. So within this, now we have to write three things. First is the context. Then second one is the layout source. So third is the data source. So like this, I'm defining the four ways, right? Then after that, this we have to map with the whatever the list we created in XML. With that, let us say list dot adapter. So for that, we are mapping this. So whatever we are defining this we will map here with this. So this is a simple code. We have to write this. So, but here the context, we already discussed about the context while we are discussing about the toast. So the context will be here, like similar format. Here it will be, so right, we already know that this iterate context or get context, application context, like that we will define in a multiple ways. And layout resource. So layout source, here the layout source will be two types. One layout source will be two types, layout source. So there is two types. So first one is the predefined, and the next is the custom. So like in a two formats, we will define like this. And the data source also will get multiple. Like one is from the XML, other is from the Kotlin file. So from other, like we can get from the API. So but here now we are not seeing that API level. So these two we will see first. API level we'll see that later, but we'll see after few days, right? Now, so whatever the project it is created here, now let us, I'll close this project. So this is the new project which is created here, right? So what is this is required? Let us take this now here within this now. So as we discussed here, now from today, we are going to deal with the relative layout, right? So I'm writing here that relative layout. So in the relative layout, so this is a text view, so define relation here, id is required, so that's why I'm writing the tv1. And this here I'll write that list view example. So list view example I added here. Right now, so here I'm creating the list view, and that is match parent wrap content. So id, so that is the list. So here below of at the rate, sorry, not list, at the rate, so that is the tv1, right? Then margin 10 dp, padding 10 dp, like this I have defined this. Done. Right now, for this we have to write action. To write an action, first of all here we require the layout, right? Because we are discussing each and every program with data binding, right? So that's why this I define here. Now here I'll define here, like here I have to write that. So that is the data binding. So here enable equal true. So let us sync this. So once it is syncing is done, then we can go and we can do the next step, right? So just a minute, this syncing has done. Now what we have to do here now? So first of all, we have to write the data binding, right? So we have to write the data binding. So here, where binding. So that is column activity main binding. So activity main binding. So activity main binding, right? In this activity main binding equal to null. Then here now we have to write something, right? So binding equal to data binding util dot set content, right? Here this I have to write this. Done. So now here we have to write the array. So we have to write here this. So how to write that? First of all, here we will create first array where so names where names equal to, so where names equal to, so array of, so abc, so comma xyz, so z, like some values I'm adding this, bbb, ccc, d, like this I'm adding this, right? Few values I'm adding here, e, something like that. So done, right? So now here now we have to define where array adapter, something we have to define array adapter equal to array adapter of this at the rate main activity. So comma here first we'll define the predefined, so that is android dot r dot layout dot, so there is created simple list item one, this one which is a predefined. So in a last place that we have to write this, right? So here now the next line, here we have to write the next line. So just we have to map this with the that. So binding dot list dot, so list dot adapter. So set adapter, set and get here common, right? Set adapter. So array adapter. This I have defined. Right now I'm running this. We will see this output. Then we can discuss on the next step. Just a minute, is launching. Just I'm getting one call. Hello. Hello. Oh, sorry. Just I got one kind call. I need to attend that call. We will continue tomorrow.
Okay, sir.
Okay.